Hi, everybody. I don't know where that came from. Okay, so, two things. One, today I was dressed as Sam Winchester, which is really easy to do. You just get yourself a plaid button-up, either from a brother or your dad, or you go and buy one for yourself because plaid is cool and flannel is comfortable. You roll it up to past your elbows and then pull it up so it's like wrinkly up here, which makes it impossible to draw. You put on either a tank top or a t-shirt. I chose my Hot Topic Sam Winchester Brothers Salt Demon Warding thing. You grab not a Samulet, maybe some weird rings or bracelets or whatever, and then if you're being Sam, you keep saying, "So get this," to all of your friends whenever you sit down to talk to them. And if you're Dean, you sit down to lunch or to any other meal, look around and say, "Where's the pie?" I was not Dean today. My Dean costume is way cooler than this. Sorry, Sam. Okay, so my voice is going because I was sick on Friday and sick on Saturday and sick today, and I'm still sick. So I'm still pushing through it. I still went to school and stuff. Okay, but I'm here to talk to you about irony. This is one of those old-style blogs where I literally just talk to you about my day. So, if you don't want to watch this, you have your October costume update. But if you do want to hear me talk about my day, you stick around because it was so bad. Okay, so, first of all, I am dressed as Sam Winchester. And, like, the biggest thing about Sam in the earlier seasons is that he is the vessel of Lucifer, which is like, so, hold on, I have to find the dramatic prop. What is happening? Okay, anyway, so, I'm like, it's quick, it's easy, I fell asleep on my bedroom floor when I was getting dressed this morning, let's go, Sam Winchester. So I walk into school, and my friends are like, "Oh, wait, Sam." And I'm like, Anyway, so I walk into my English class where we're studying Othello, the Moor of Venice, because that is the full title of the play. And we're learning all about Iago. And Iago is chaotic evil, and he's the bad guy, and he is evil incarnate, and he's the devil, and he swears, and he makes oaths and stuff. And we have this assignment to compare him to the 7 deadly sins. And so I walk in, and I'm like, "Oh, this is interesting. It's a little handout on the 7 Catholic sacraments. That's fun. Okay." And then I open it up, and yes, the 7 deadly sins and their meanings. Why are there 7? 7 is an important number. And what they each are: lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, pride, etc., etc. Haughty eyes is supposed to be pride. So I'm reading through it in class. And it says, haughty eyes are full of pride, and pride is actually the root of all sin. This is like from an article written by Jack Wellman. I'll link in the description. And it talks about how pride is listed as the first of the sins because it is in all sins, condescending on other people, inferior in an arrogant way, see themselves as superior to all others, and that's why God hates it. Satan's fall is because he saw himself as above humans, and he was full of pride. And it says, quote, Ezekiel 28:17, "Your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom because of your splendor, so I threw you to the earth." Okay, so it's bad enough that I came to school dressed as Sam Winchester and then read this in class, but it then goes on to say, Lucifer meant light bearer, which means he was the greatest of all the angels of God, but created blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm like, well, that's lovely. And then I go to government class, and government class is mostly pretty chill, and we're learning about the American Revolution, like specifically focusing on like the creation of government and stuff, and my teacher's like, da, 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 and then he like stops, and he turns to face us, and he goes, "Now, to the American people, this is just, it made sense, it was patriotic, it was da-da-da-da-da, but to the English, this was like the worst thing since the fall of Lucifer." And I was just like, okay. So I'm like, what? Okay, first of all, that comparison, no. And then, just, did putting on these clothings today suddenly make it important that all of the biblical references get shoved in my face? It did? Oh, and it gets better. So I go to chemistry class, and we finally did labs, like actual labs, and chemicals, and mixing things, and measuring things. It was awesome. And my partner, not going to give any, well, I am going to give him names. His name means a light. Like, light. His name translates to English as light. So, you know, when you get in a group with somebody and you do all of the work because they refuse to do anything? So for once, I was not the one that other people were complaining about not doing any work, which is not true. I try, okay? So, we were working, and I was the one who was measuring, like, pouring the chemicals into the little vials, and I was the one who was pouring the reactive metals into them, and figuring out the reactivity and measuring the number of ions inside of each of the things and figuring it all out. And then when it came time to clean up, I was pouring that and washing that and cleaning them, and he just stood there. He just stood there. And I was just like, "Don't hover, either help or leave." And he went, "Okay." And he left. And he just left. And I'm like, "What?" So I just cleaned up the whole thing. It did not strike me until I sat down to lunch with my, like, best friend at that point in time, and I went, I had to bear light all through that experiment. You do not understand how much irony hates me today. The world has gone out of its way to make this day ironic. This is why I can't have nice things like flannel, plaid, shirts. On that, ooh, hair, okay. On that note, here's some good news. I found out about X-Kit. No more spoilers, especially since Supernatural is premiering this week on Wednesday. I'm so excited. Also, the 10th season is going on Netflix, so I will be dying inside for, like, the next week as I, like, do my homework and practice for the play and do everything and prepare bardic stuff. You're going to get a video about that. And then, like, also, whenever I have, like, just a second to breathe, it's going to be, "So who wants to watch pain all through season 10 of Supernatural?" I do! To the Netflix! It's going to be so bad, guys. I'm going to be a wreck. And I'm just going to be like, "Spoilers! This video has spoilers! Goodbye!" And then you're going to hear me ranting about plot holes, and I hate continuity errors. Okay, so, in the comments below, I would like you guys to your favorite Supernatural character, or you can respond with a video of your super cool Sam or Dean or Cass or anybody, actually, your cool Supernatural cosplays, and talk about why they're your favorite character, what you did to put the costume together, and why you're doing this, because it's the Supernatural costume tag. Boop, 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 boop. I really need to start editing these videos, but I don't have time. It's the Supernatural costume tag. Get in your cosplay, talk about why they're your favorite character and what you had to do to put it together, and then tag 10 of your friends. I tag everyone who watches this video, because I don't even have 10 followers. On that note, y'all go get your moonshine on. Be creative, be happy, be fabulous like you already are. And don't forget to be absolutely brilliant.